room where it happened. Da, 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 da. Hi, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the after party. God, that's even dumber than the other one. I don't know why I do that. Phew. Let's see. Monkey is home alone. Monkey is bored, and Monkey's annoyed. That combination can only lead to a couple of things. 3, actually. So a few things. Can lead to Monkey singing, which I already did. Turned up the music real loud and sang my ass off. It could lead to Monkey getting himself in trouble, which we're probably going to do here in a couple of minutes. Or it could lead to Monkey streaming, which we're doing right now. And that doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. You guys will have to tell me. You guys know me. I wake up, I jump on the Twitter, I see what's going on. And for the most part, it's amusingly stupid. But I saw one that it just annoyed the absolute shit out of me. It's this story that came out of Yahoo. There's a Yahoo YouGov. A Yahoo News YouGov poll. And it asked Democrats if they thought it was important that Biden pick a black VP. 60% of respondents said yes. 60% of respondents said it is important for Biden to pick a black lady to run with him. Only 25% said it was really important. Really important. So only a quarter of Democrats think skin color is the most important thing, I guess. 60% think it's kind of really important. And as for the record, some people have asked, did he announce? No. The last thing I saw just a couple hours ago, Biden said he's putting off his VP pick for another week. There's rumors about why that happened, which we can get into in a minute. John Migda, thank you so much. 24 hours to have money. You or me? Either way, thank you, sir. Yeah, and brought to you by you. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and, if you want to, and you consider me worthy, toss a dime or two. Karen Bass, is that her name? I always forget her name. She, whoa. I had the music up really loud. That just deafened the shit out of me. Oh, my God. Ow. I'm going to have to use that $5 to go to the doctor and get my ears checked. Anyway, Karen Bass, she's the leader of the Congressional Black Caucus. Her name has been pushed really, really hard in congressional circles. And it looked like the Biden campaign might be moving that way. And then a video came out where she, back in 2010, gave a speech at the opening of a new Scientology building there in LA, I think is where she's from. And that's been going around. Whether or not that's going to hurt her, I don't know. But there's a theory that Biden pushed his pick back a week because they were leaning towards Baskin. Or sorry, not Baskin. Bass. I saw Baskin in chat. Brutus, fuck you, asshole. Baskin. God damn it. See what you just did to me? That Karen Bass is the one they really want, but they want to see how this is going to play with the public, that video. Thank you, Gunsky, for the hey, you pair. Hey, you back. Hope you're well. I don't care about the color of the skin. I don't care about the genitals in their pants when it comes to who's the vice president. Here's the thing. If Biden wins, and he has a decent chance, don't delude yourself. Don't be out there with the folks who are right now, Trump is definitely going to win. The polls are all wrong. Trump could win. Right now, it's not looking like he's going to. Sorry, folks. Just from what I know and my years of experience of watching this shit, Trump is in some real danger here. Biden has a decent chance of becoming president, which means his vice president has a decent chance of becoming president because Biden probably shouldn't even be running. He is old. He is obviously losing his faculties, and anybody who doesn't see that isn't paying attention. His vice president has a very good chance of being president. And the only qualification that Biden has put on this was for it to be a woman. He promised it would be a woman. Now, he hasn't promised that it would be a woman of color. They just keep saying that they're seriously considering many candidates of color. You know, them colored ladies. I can't believe that women of color has become a thing. That of color has become a thing when we all know what colored means. That video of how the racists and the woke folks are exactly the same could not be more spot on. If it is racist to say colored, which I agree it probably is, then to say of color is probably racist as well. It's perfectly fine to call them black, Asian, Latino, whichever they happen to be. But they're promising to look at women of color. When you say that you're going to pick a woman, it has to be a woman, you guys. You're literally saying that all of the men in the world, all of them, every man in the world is worse than a dick-sucking meth whore. The best, most qualified male candidate is worse than a dick-sucking meth whore. Because, hey, she's got a vagina. She's obviously a better candidate than him. Some chick who's out there selling her puss to get another hit of that meth and watch her teeth fall out. Monkey, that's taking it to an extreme. No, I'm pointing out the fucking asininity of it. So I am personally in favor of getting a dick-sucking meth whore to be Biden's VP. I think if we're going to go that route, we might as well go that route. Find the absolute worst woman you can and make her the VP. Show me you believe that just being a woman is what is the most qualifying attribute. This is Kyle. Thank you so much. He says, hello, chat people and monkey. Hello, sir. Hope you're well. Ethan says, talking about my baby mama again. I didn't know. I didn't mean to be if I was. Do they? I know they don't think about that when they say these things. When like, oh, I'm going to commit to picking a woman. Okay, so every man is worse than a woman. You have already limited your pool of the possible best candidate. Imagine if they'd done that in 2008. Imagine if they'd done that and went, look. Barack Obama, everybody likes him, but he doesn't have a vagina. We need to go with Hillary. Do you think Democrats would have been okay with that? Do you think they'd have been okay with getting rid of the first black president for the first vagina? And when it comes to the vice president, it doesn't matter. We're literally going to be Biden gets to pick our next president if he wins, because he's not going to be in office long. I do not see him serving all 4 years. And he says he's only going to serve 4 years, or at least that he hasn't thought beyond this first term. Nobody thinks he's going. Even he doesn't think he's going to last. I mean, he's been quoted saying, that his VP selection needs to be ready to take over, which that should be the case with any president. But in his case, seriously, Joe Biden will be picking your next president if he wins. So it should be based on who is the best person for the job. But we've already thrown that out the window. Sorry, man. Dick-sucking meth whore better than you. So then you break it down even further. Now, again, the Biden camp hasn't come out and actually said, hey, it's going to be a person of color. But let's be honest, guys. It's going to be a person of color, right? Does anybody think it's going to be a white woman? Give me a 1 in chat if you think it's going to be a white, if you think it's going to be a white woman. Point Curation, thank you. I'm pleased to announce my pick, Vice President Biden. Right. So now we've limited our choices. Not just to women, but sorry, white women, you don't count either. So now we've narrowed it down to a pool of about 35% of the population. And you have that because you're talking about women. So you're talking about only 18% of the population. Everyone else Everyone else can go fuck themselves. They don't have a chance to be the better qualified person. They're not looking for the most qualified woman, not the strongest woman, the smartest woman, the most accomplished woman. No. Give me a woman with dark skin. At least darker than Honky. It's got to be darker than Honky. And that is a very good chance of being how your next president is picked. Okay, you're president after this coming one. If Biden wins, your next president will have been picked based on vagina and skin color. Let that sink in. That doesn't mean they can't do the job, that they won't do a good job. But why in the fuck would you set that as your goal? Why wouldn't you, even if that's what you were doing, why would you come out and fucking say it? Look, we're only picking women. You've just given people a reason to absolutely dismiss them. You were literally only picked because you have a vagina. That's the only reason they went with you. You were the best of their had to picks. You laid it out there for them. It's not going to be the best person for the job. You know, and that's that's another problem. It could be the best person for the job. That woman could be the best person for the job, but you've already delegitimized her by saying you only picked her because she's a fucking woman. And I'm the sexist somehow. For fuck's sake. Brutus says, oh shit, he wants someone to sniff and grab. You know, that could be the case. Could be the case. Oh, Nuts got to go get her grocery order. Go get that shit. Put it away, woman. She's fucking a black female, right? Why would you undercut your own candidate that way? Why would you give the other side the chance to go, hey, you were only picked because you were a woman? There are men that are better qualified than you. There are men that are smarter than you. There are men who would have done a better job than you. And you break that down into race. You were only picked because you're a black woman. Why would you undercut your own vice president that way? But they don't see it that way. They don't. That's not how they look at it. They look at it as though they are doing the most virtuous thing ever. It is long past time we had a woman play second fiddle to a man. Whoops, wait, no. It's that's probably my favorite part of it all. Like, it's long past time we had a woman vice president because women belong under men. How fucked up is that? How fucked up is that? Oh my God. It just annoys me because that shouldn't be the way things are done. I mean, I understand politics. Politics is not always going to be the best person for the job. Fuck, half the time it's not. Well, okay. A good majority of the time, I'm not going to guess the percentage. It's not the right person for the job. It's not the best person for the job. There's no fucking way in hell Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is the best person from her district to be representing it. There's just not. You could pick any 18-year-old who did not graduate and is drooling on themselves, and they would be a better pick than Cortez. But we vote the way we vote. But at least in that case, she ran. She was the best that they thought to represent them. They got a choice in that matter. We don't get a choice in the VP selection. And most of the time, even with somebody like Trump, Trump's one of our oldest presidents. Even with him, you didn't think, oh, this guy's going to die in a couple of days. Biden is clearly losing his mind. If you watch the videos of this guy, he is tired. He is incoherent. He doesn't know where he is half the fucking time. He's not going to last as president. Which, by the way, should scare the shit out of you that he has such a decent chance to win. That is all based on the press. That has nothing to do with who is a better candidate. And I'm not saying Trump's a good candidate, but he's a better candidate than Joe. Simply based on the fact that Joe doesn't even know he's fucking running half the time. Joe doesn't know where he is. Based alone, no matter what you think of Trump, that makes Trump a better candidate. You guys know I've been watching Hamilton and listening to it a lot. And there's a great part in Hamilton, and this is true from our country. Alexander Hamilton and Thomas Jefferson hated each other. They never got along, ever. But when it came time when Burr and Jefferson tied for the presidency, I forget the year, but our third election, or for the third president, it would be the fourth election. Hamilton sided with Jefferson, even though he despised the man, because he'd make a better president. He put his country above his own political leanings. Like, I trust this man to believe in freedom. You cannot think that a man with fucking dementia is going to do better than Trump. I don't care who you are. You got to be fucking retarded to believe that. Trump is a better candidate. So when it comes down to it, you're going to be voting for Biden's vice president. That's how it is. The man isn't fucking there. We're going to have to invoke the 25th Amendment in some manner. That, or he dies and we have to do succession. It's not a good thing. And he gets to pick who that next president's going to be if he wins. And he is picking it based on their goddamn genitals. His goddamn genitals. I'm in a yelling spat or yelling thing to you guys. I'm in the middle of a perfect rant, and I got a text from my wife. She just texted me back saying that she loves me too. Aw, I miss her already. Anyway, see, she killed a perfectly good rant. Women ruin everything. No, I just don't get it. I understand not liking Trump. That's fine. There's plenty of reasons not to. You can disagree with his policies. You can think that even if you don't have a problem with family separation at the border and stuff, you can think he goes too far with it. You can think we don't need a wall and that we should have open borders. That's a legitimate thing to believe. I think you're stupid for that, but that's a legitimate thing to believe. And you can dislike Trump for that. But to go, well, Biden's a better candidate because I disagree with him on that. And then you look at Biden and he's drooling on himself and farting on TV and talking about how he's running for the Senate and mixing up his wife and his fucking sister. Really? Okay, maybe you don't like Trump's policies, but he's still a better candidate than a guy who doesn't even know he's fucking there. I just don't get it. How's Monkey being all alone now? Are you asking me how it is? It's not the first time. I've missed the last 3 trips to Virginia because of this fucking thing in my neck. It upsets me because I'd really like to go. The whole family's going except for me and my son-in-law, who's still got work, and my son, who's staying with me to take care of me. Don't forget the entire world might end up at war in the Pacific against China. Well, there's that possibility, I suppose. Nut says Trump is still mostly sane. Yeah, I mean, you can't look at what he does and go, he doesn't know that he's even there. There's people who have tried to put together Trump is losing his mind things. They've been doing that since he became president. They had the whole thing when he gave the commencement speech there at, oh shit, I had it in my brain just a second ago, West Point. And he couldn't drink properly. He had to use 2 hands to drink. And so then he goes and does his rally and he shows that he can drink, throws the cups away. They just made themselves look like idiots. Like, oh, even if that was a thing, even if he had some fucking shoulder injury that made it so he couldn't tip a cup, that doesn't mean he still can't think. Biden's drooling on himself without a cup even being there. I just... Thing on your neck, your head. No, it's my neck. I have a bruise on my spinal cord. That's what I'm talking about there. Makes it so I am in some constant pain, but it's all right. I'll survive. Our republic is going to be in the hand. If Biden wins, our republic is going to be in the hands of a man who probably doesn't know where it is on a map. Even if you gave him a Denny's placemat to show him what it looks like. Trump announced a total ban of TikTok. This from today, not the consideration news. Yeah, I heard he was going to. I didn't see that he actually had. I know there's a lot of people freaking out about him doing it. The ACLU put out a comment last night talking about how it'd be against people's rights. Shut the fuck up, you Democratic bitches. You absolute shitbags. The ACLU, no matter what I think of them, they've done some things that I've questioned over the years, but at the very least, they had always stood for free speech. But these are the same shitheads who don't say a fucking word when somebody gets banned from a platform. And now they're like, if you get rid of that platform, this is going to be like just so horrible for people's rights. Shut the fuck up. You have lost any ability to say shit and have credibility with it. Anyway, help, I can't find the U.S. on a map of Europe. Biden 2025. No, that would be Biden 2019. Oh, man. The two qualifications they're looking for, one definitely vagina, and one possibly them being of color. Of color. Would you just like to ask, how colored do they have to be? That's my... I'd love that riff on of color. I'm sorry. And I know that's a dog whistle. I can't help it. I'm not the one that chose to make of color the new appropriate term for blacks and Latinos, because you're trying to push everybody into a group instead of saying minorities. Yeah. You know why they don't say minorities anymore? Do you know? I can help you with this, because men are a minority. Men are a minority. So if you talk about how minorities are oppressed, oops, you got to stop that. Women are the majority in the country. People started pointing that out, and suddenly of color became the appropriate term. The Broken Baller, thank you so much. The ACLU has been bullcrap for years. They have been, but I think it was last year that they came out and they actually announced that they weren't going to be. One of the things the ACLU has done famously in the past is stood up for the rights of groups like the KKK to go out and hold rallies. They're like, look, we don't agree with what these shitheads say, but they have a right to say it. And I believe it was last year. It could have been in 2018. But they came out and they said, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. We're not standing up for anything that's wrong. We talked about it on the show. And I'm like, what the fuck? Look, ACLU, it's the one thing you did right, because they stood up for some horrible people, but they weren't standing up for the people. They were standing up for the underlying rights. And no matter what I thought of them, I could always appreciate that, because we shared that in common. The Cincinnati KKK rally that I got so much shit for. You're defending the Klan. I'm like, no, I'm not defending the Klan at all. Thank you, tall person. Hoy y'all. I just got home from work. I will watch in full later. Happy homemade pie day, everybody. Thank you, sir. And the Flying Templar, thank you. Get well, man. Thoughts on Kamala being VP rumor? Love your streams. Peace. One, thank you for the donation. Two, I'm never going to get well. This is just how I am. I appreciate the thought, though. Love you back. Thank you so much for watching. And thoughts on Kamala. I think I think she is such a horrifically bad pick. Her having to drop out of the primary before Iowa even happened just showed how piss poor her campaign was and what a horrible candidate she was, picking her is just, I mean, again, whoever wins the Veep stakes is going to be president. Hi, Jack. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Not too bad. Answering a question here on my thoughts about Kamala being VP. The rumor of it. Her campaign alone is enough for people to just dismiss her. Like, that bitch couldn't even run a campaign. She with a war chest, one of the biggest war chests, getting in there and having one of the biggest openings of the campaign season. She had a huge rally when she announced. Huge rally. Like, was it 20,000 people showed up for that thing, or 10,000, something like that. She had a big war chest, and she was so disorganized, she had to drop out before Iowa even happened. I think that alone gives you enough reason to dismiss her. And then when you look at, she's only picked because she's a woman, there's another reason to disregard her. And then probably only picked because she's black, there's another reason to disregard her. She's a horrible pick. She just is. Jack, I'm a ranty guy right now.
Hi. That'll happen.
I'm in a mood. How you doing, Jack?
I'm not bad.
You having a good day so far?
It's been okay. I've been busy is all.
I have not. Lady Monkey and the family are on the road. They're about 3 hours out from her dad's house, she just told me. So I'm all alone. My son's enjoying the good internet at his brother's house right now.
Maybe you should go over there.
Yeah, right. I heard them talking about it when his brother came over to give him the key. He's like, you can stay over there too. I mean, we have the good internet. And he's like, I might do that. I can't blame him for that.
No, I can't either.
Yeah, my son lives in town where they get the good stuff.
What's that like?
I don't know. I've never had it. But yeah, I was talking at the beginning here, Jack, about how the Democrats have basically, if Biden wins, he's probably going to have to step down. Would you agree he's not going to last 4 years?
I'd be shocked if he lasted 6 months.
So basically, he gets to pick our next president if he wins.
Yep.
And his qualifications for this are vagina.
Well, isn't that all the qualifications you need?
Correct me if I'm wrong on this, Jack. But when you say your only qualification is that it's got to be a woman, that's your starting point. Aren't you saying that every man is a worse pick than a dick-sucking meth whore?
Oh, I don't know if all women are considered dick-sucking meth whores.
I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying you take the worst woman on the planet. A dick-sucking meth whore who beats her children is a better pick than any man.
Oh, well, that's pretty much what he's saying. But he also wants a person of color. So,
well, see, they've been very careful with that. 1 second. Johnny Hellcat, thank you. I would be absolutely shocked if he even made it to the inauguration. That could be a thing too.
Right? Like, I expect him to get inaugurated and immediately resign.
They've been very careful to say they're considering a lot of women of color. They're considering it. They've never come out and just said, we're going to hire a woman of color.
That's true.
But we all know it. We all know that's the other qualification. If it wasn't, we wouldn't hear so much about it.
If that's your only qualifications, that's sort of tokenism.
Sort of?
Yeah, because it's not like you earned anything or like you're such a good qualified person. No, it's just we need somebody with a vagina and melanin.
Yep. Or as Nick Cannon would say, someone with soul. Remember, melanin gives you soul.
That's true.
That's how you get that soul glow.
Well, I mean, you don't want one of those evil caucasoids, do you?
Oh, man. I'm glad I'm freckled. I got a little bit of soul. That's why my voice is so deep.
Yeah, I'm as pasty as it gets. So,
isn't it funny that the whitest people on the planet, your Irish folks, get freckles, which gives us the melanin?
Yeah, but they don't count that because especially if you're redhead, because then you're just a witch.
Yeah, then there is no soul.
Yeah.
Oh man. Anyhow, so yeah, guys, I'm just annoyed by that. Jack, I saw a poll. It's a Yahoo, so it's not real scientific, but it's a Yahoo YouGov poll. 60% of Democrats think it's important for Biden to pick a black woman.
Oh,
it's important. Which for them, literally, the only two qualifications is vagina and melanin.
Yeah, well, the standards are much different in certain circles.
It's sad, really. How about qualified, smart? You know, I would even take them going, you know, we're going to pick a funny woman. I mean, there's like 3 of them out there.
Yeah, but they're rare.
At least that would be something other than just their vagina, you know? Or something that they just happen to be born with, their skin color and genitals. Guys, and for the record, I am not against a black woman president or a Latino woman president. Latino, did I do it right? I'm trying to do it like the real news does it.
Well, Latino. Fuck, I don't know.
Latinx. You got to pronounce it in like you've actually been to Spain or something, or well, Mexico. Latinx. I'm not against a woman being president of any color. I don't care.
No, I just don't want some rando that got yanked off the street because of their skin color and crotch parts.
Yeah, that's a horrible reason to become president. And it looks like there's a good chance that's where we're headed. That should disgust all of you. As Americans, that should absolutely disgust you. Anyhow, Jack, I saw something. This one's going to get me in trouble as well. Did you see the video of the woman on the beach yelling at this family that had a Confederate flag towel?
No.
I'm going to throw the link into Twitter, or it's a Twitter link. It's from, I follow Bo Snerdley. He's Rush Limbaugh's right-hand man. And I didn't realize he was on Twitter, but he is. And that man posts more than me. Mostly he just retweets stuff. And it's how I see a lot of stories I talk about. Because he retweets a lot of shit. But this is the story, and the video, if you want to watch it, is in the article. But to sum it up, she's yelling at this family, and the guy looks to be of some kind of Latinic descent. Comes up and tells her, leave him the fuck alone. Leave him the fuck alone. You're the one causing the problem here. Leave him the fuck alone. And then a weird exchange happens. He tells her he fought for that flag. Now, I have a feeling I know what he was trying to get at before the bitch starts yelling. When she yells at him, no, you fought for the American flag. That's the Confederate flag. He fought for the ability for you to have that flag if you want. You're allowed to own it. I think that's what he was getting at. But she's sitting here yelling at a vet who's telling her to mind her own fucking business. Because the only one causing a problem on the beach is her. Because just having to look at it, just made her shake. She actually puts on her Twitter time, I'm literally shaking right now.
Oh my God, really? It's a fucking flag.
You know what you do? And I'm going to help some of you guys out. Because I know a lot of you guys out there get upset by stuff. You see it and you just can't. Look away. I know it's hard, but your neck, it's a swivel. Your eyes also open and close. They're also swivels. You can look left and right and up and down. You don't have to look at shit. You can walk the fuck on and mind your own business.
What? And ignore the hate? Oh, the pure projected hatred of a towel?
Right. I'm not defending them having that towel. I don't care if they have it, to be honest with you. But I don't give a fuck about the Confederate flag. I really don't. Don't give two shits about it. But it's their right to have it. They're on a public space. They're not like running up, waving it at black people. It's hanging on a fence drying out as they're sitting there at the beach. Look away. Walk on by. Look away, baby, look away. Don't look at me. I don't want you to see me this way.
We are brought to you by you.
When you called me up this morning, talking about the new love you found, I said, I'm happy for you. I'm really happy for you. Found someone else. I love that song. I really do. But anyway, yeah, just fucking walk away, Karen. Not everything has to conform to you. Shut the fuck up. Move on with your fucking life.
Random said, this is what I come into.
Welcome. Don't worry. At least if I get shut down for that, I'll be happy. If I got kicked off for that, I'd be like, damn, I did a good job for once.
Chicago's got good lawyers.
Right? No, more like I hit the right tones. What are you talking about, good lawyers? How dare you, sir? I'm talking about the content match. I have never content matched on any of my singing, which is kind of sad.
Yeah. Well, it says something. I don't know what, but it's something. Maybe they just enjoy your singing so much that they're like, we'll let this one slide.
Badger, how you doing, my friend? He says your title's wrong. It should be president individual with a cervix of color. Yes, indeed.
That's a good point. Hey, Badger.
Yeah, I got into quite the argument about that on Twitter. If you guys want to see that, you can go onto Twitter. I'm not going to rehash it here. Corey, thank you so much. Who says, but monkey, if you ignore racism, it doesn't make you any better than those racists. Yes, just again last night, I believe it was, we read somebody say that silence is consent, which, Jesus fuck. People, think about what you're saying. Silence is consent.
So if she doesn't say anything, you're in the good. Not guilty.
Not guilty. She didn't talk.
That's what they're saying.
Yep. So Cosby's fine. It's okay to eat pudding pops again. Cryptic, thank you. I feel a warm red fluid coming out of my ears. That's called monkey goodness. That's what that is.
That's just the feeling of joy.
Democrats hate the rebel flag because it reminds them of their past. You know, I always liked the rebel flag. I think it's a cool design, and it's fucked up that it's related with that history. But it is. You can't separate it. So I get people not wanting it flying on their state capitals. I think it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, especially if you don't live in Virginia, because that's the Virginia battle standard.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not even the actual Confederate flag. It's the Virginia battle standard.
I get people going, you know what? I don't want that on my flag. But if it's somebody's got a towel on a fucking beach, get the fuck away from it. Leave them the fuck alone. Some fucking redneck has it as the back window of their truck. Leave it the fuck alone. It's not hurting you. Look away, baby, look away. Pussy. So's United States flag, KKK fluid too. Oh, look, don't give them ideas. They've already tried coming after the U.S. flag.
Yeah, and the Confederate flag was so similar to the U.S. flag, there were a lot of confusions the first couple of battles.
The U.S. flag flew high and proud over slavery for what? I don't want to say 100 years. I said 100. What's from 1776-ish until 1860? Yeah.
Well, those are hate facts, and we don't look at those.
Brad says, "Dang it, monkey! Now that song is stuck in my head." You're welcome. I'm a giver. You know what, Jack? I got to stop listening to Hamilton. I wake up every day because Hamilton is stuck in my head. That's how I know I'm done sleeping. If I get up and go pee and go back to bed and there's no Hamilton playing in my head, it's okay. I can get back to sleep. But if there's a song from it, I have to come out here and listen to it. It's a problem.
I think you have a problem for sure.
Andrew Joyner, thank you so much. He says, I've been on my white fragility Facebook page. I thought it might be fun, but it hurts my brain. Your boy Pat put out a tweet today. Let me see if I can find that one. I don't know who he was talking about, and I don't want to know. But no. This one says the many people have had to mute and stop following because they've jumped on this quote. I'm white, I'm privileged, and I have to shame myself and kowtow to other races because in my mind they're too stupid and weak to do anything. End quote. It's become sad. It's become a sad thing in this platform alone. He's not wrong. I've seen tons of people like that. And Robin DiAngelo has become a hero. She's the one who gave us White Fragility.
Oh, that book.
Oh, God, I forget the name of it.
White Fragility.
Is that the name of it?
Yeah.
I thought it was just a concept within it.
No, that's the name of the book.
Okay. Oh, I'm thinking of the other chick. Oh, fuck. We talked about her the other night.
The invisible knapsack lady?
Yes, knapsack. Yeah. But anyway, this has become a thing. There's people out there, I'm white and I'm I'm a horrible person. You probably are. You probably really are if you think like that. I am not racist. I have nothing to apologize for. When you say all white people are racist, you need to take my name out of your fucking mouth because you're the racist, not me. Treating everybody equal is now seen as racist, Jack.
Yeah. Monstrous even.
Yeah. How dare you? Peggy McIntosh. Thank you is the knapsack lady. Yes. Those two crazy bitches, between the two of them, have done more to hurt race relations than anybody else I can think of, save Obama in the last probably 20 years. White people, you guys, just because somebody tells you have privilege and you're like, no, I don't, because you're poor and you live in a gutter, you're just being fragile. You don't know what it's like to be LeBron James. You have no idea what his black life is like.
I bet it's pretty fucking awesome.
He's a multimillionaire who drives fancy cars and fucks beautiful bitches all the time and gets paid millions of dollars to bounce basketballs. And you live in the gutter and have to shit in the street. You have no idea how hard his life is. You should shut up because you're privileged.
Yeah. Oh my God. So oppressed.
That's the actual truth of what they tell you. No matter what's that guy's name? Coates. How do you say it?
Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Ta-Nehisi Coates. He's one that likes to tell you that even a poor white man has it better than his rich ass.
Yeah, he writes Captain America.
Heads up. How dare you? You growing up, you haven't eaten this weekend because mom and dad can't afford it. You have no idea what it's like to be him. No idea. You horrible white person with your privilege. You need to get on your knees. Take a knee. Fuck you. I take a knee for no man.
Kneel before your overlords.
Bullshit. And it is sad as fuck to see Americans across this country taking a fucking knee.
Yep. Taking a knee is supplication. It is not a protest. Anybody who sees you take a knee, they're going to think you're kneeling before someone.
This is some shit that was actually talked about at the beginning of our country. There were people who wanted us to bow to our president. And smart men said, we don't bow. We don't bow to men. We left that shit.
Yep.
No man is greater than you are. Oh, they're bowing to a concept, Jack. They're bowing to Black Lives Matter. Yeah. I saw Zuby came out. Another person's like, Black Lives Matter is the greatest scam of all time. Like, yeah. And Zuby's like, I said this and got railed for it. Well, yeah. The people who are making all that money off of Black Lives Matter, a name that is absolutely not related to what it says, they're going to get mad if you come out and point out that they're actual grifters. For all the people running around using the word, Black Lives Matter is a grift.
Yeah,
it's a con. Real quick, thank you, Mighty Balzac. I only kneel before Zod. I kneel before no one. It might look like I kneel, Jack, but it's just because I fell.
Yeah, he probably took a dive on the stairs.
Thank you, Andrew. Robin projects her own weird pathologies onto everyone else. She is an ideological wingnut. You have a lot of those. She's just coming to favor this new Black Lives Matter round.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, get that stupid white bitch up here to tell white people how much they suck. And white people are like, yeah, I suck. You saw that video of that girl where that black guy runs up to her and it scares the shit out of her when she runs up, or when he runs up. And he's like, yeah, my leader at Black Lives Matter told me I need to get you to bow, to take a knee and apologize for your sins. And the bitch did it. I've been like, you need to go tell him to fuck himself.
Right? Well, people just capitulate now. It's sad. It's amazing how much people are trained to capitulate to somebody making demands of them.
Cuberdam says she did it without hesitation. Yeah, not only did she do it without hesitation, she apologized for being startled when a man ran up on her for no reason. Somebody she didn't know.
Yeah, that's how you get attacked, people.
By the way, you should be startled by that. It's okay to be startled by that, no matter what color they are. Fuck, you can be startled by that if it's a woman running at you for no reason.
Yeah, if people are running at you, you have a problem. That's worrisome.
Bow before me, suck my dick. Speaking of which, some people got upset with me because I pointed out there was a story from, was it CNN? I think it was CNN. I'm trying to find it here. Fuck it, I can't find it. But CNN, it was a story, and it said all of the players who played in this first weekend of NBA season took a knee. And I pointed out, yeah, they ain't taking a knee when they're cashing them checks, though. They're happy to use that American money.
Yeah.
You're like, what's the relevance there? Oh.
Sweet summer child.
Hazmat boy, thank you. I don't kneel, kings or men's, only our guests, old ones, or our great old ones. I don't bow to anyone. I'll thank them, but I'm not bowing to any fucking body. But yeah, like, why? What does that matter? Of course they're doing that. That's why we have jobs. It's like, you do know there's jobs that don't require you to even hear the national anthem, right? They don't pay as well as the NBA. I worked at Walmart a long time. You know how many times they played the national anthem?
Never.
There was a flag out front, but you could, if you didn't look up, you didn't see it.
Well, you know why? Is probably part of the trade deal with China. You're lucky they didn't play the Chinese national anthem.
Well, there's that too. But still, there's other places they could go. They don't even have to hear the national anthem. They could go, to China and never have to deal with the American national anthem again, except for when we beat people in the Olympics every once in a while.
Yeah,
but otherwise, they can get away with never hearing it again. They don't do that. You know why? Oh, they like them American dollars. They like how America has let them be multi-millionaires, driving Lamborghinis and living in mansions that we could probably put all of our abodes in together and still have room left over. Oh, they like that part of America. They love that part of America. What's the relevance? You're a fucking tard. I wish I could say retard on Twitter. It would make my life so much easier.
Yeah.
So fewer words. It's a word that just simplifies so many thoughts that I have. You know what? Speaking of thoughts that I have, I do need to say this, and I should have done it last night because I knew it was coming up. Roy from Very Nearly Viral, and Day is Dead got married today.
Oh, congratulations to them.
Indeed.
Even though they were kind of assholes to me and Johnny Hellcat the one time.
Were they?
Yeah.
Day has always been incredibly sweet to me, and Roy's always been a good guy to me, and love those guys, and I wish them all the best. All the best. What'd you guys do? Well,
Adindro got kind of drunk on their stream one time.
Oh, God.
And he threw out the link to the Hangout, so me and Johnny jumped in, and they were all weirded out by it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to take their side on that one.
Especially because Ed left.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. But
that's Ed's fault.
Yeah, it totally was Ed's fault.
Who got married? Roy from the channel Very Nearly Viral, and Day is Dead, who is a sweetheart, who, by the way, has a beautiful singing voice.
Yeah, they're both really nice people. They seem to be very nice people. Got to qualify everything now.
Roy and Lacey are funny as hell together.
Yeah.
And Day has got in a lot of their skits. The one, I forget what the song was, but the three of them did a song together. It was fucking great. I used to send it out to people all the time. Hazmat, thank you. But honestly, I don't kneel to anyone. Here's some money that I stole from my little brother. Oh, you probably shouldn't admit that out loud. You just made us accessories.
I didn't see nothing. I'm just a hitchhiker you guys picked up on the way.
I'm going with I thought it was a joke.
Fair enough.
All right. I have to play this because it made me laugh. Hang on, I gotta get on the screen. I don't know if I should play the audio because it's kind of annoying. Ready? One more time. That's some great enthusiasm there, Jack.
I guess.
This comes from Ilhan Omar. It says, what a beautiful start to our Go TV push. I forget what Go TV stands for. Grassroots something. Get out the vote. That's what it is. Get out the vote. Our volunteers are the most important part of our campaign because real change can only come from people power. That's why real progressives organize. And organized people are better than organized money. Yes. There's nobody paying for the get out the vote drives. Nobody. Because, that doesn't happen. Real quick over on the Streamlabs. Thank you. Grug of Apple Tribe. How you been? Haven't seen you for a while. Grug, tired of woke communist Halo Bunga. Should give communist groups to China mega tribe for Hong Kong Grugs. I agree. We should do a switch.
Yep.
But anyway, I wanted to show that video and what she claimed there with the. By the way, thank you, Grug, and good. It's good to see you, man. Did you hear the story of? Her husband works as a consultant for his own company.
Yes.
That works for Ilhan Omar's campaign.
Yes.
About half of the money her campaign has taken in has gone to consulting fees for his company. Which means, I don't know how much he gets paid from his company, but I'm betting it's pretty well.
Probably.
Which means money she wouldn't be able to spend on herself, her campaign money, is going into her husband's company where he gets paid and can bring it home and she can spend it.
Yep.
Welcome to American politics. And it made me think. We know, or at least we're pretty sure, she married her brother to get around immigration laws. There's a decent chance that she shouldn't even be in the country, that they abused immigration laws there. Do you think it's possible that this is a marriage of convenience so that they can split the money?
Well, with her track record, I guess it's possible. I don't know. She seems to be a bit of a user, so he might be in love, but she might see it as a marriage of financial convenience. True,
because he gave up his wife and kids for this crazy bitch.
Yeah, which the wife obviously is not in on this because she was most upset.
She was pissed. No, I just, it's like, she has a bad track record. Maybe that's why she started sucking his dick, to get more money
Maybe. It wouldn't surprise me.
I can see that. Tim, you're being used. I hope that pussy's worth it, man. That's the Mogadishu pussy. I've never had it myself. I wonder if it's got some spice to it.
Do you think she dresses like a pirate?
Probably. They play pirate games.
Yeah.
Arr. Except for she's the pirate.
Yeah, he does all the boarding actions.
She's the butt pirate. Thank you. Thank you, Grug of Apple Tribe, who says, Grug be busy, take care of Lady Grug. Soon be father of little Grug. Congratulations, Grug.
Yeah, congratulations, man.
That's awesome, dude. First one, and you don't have to donate. You can just say it in chat. Is it your first one? That's awesome. Either way. Probably more than just that. You can't be forced to testify against spouse, so protect from some of her prior crimes committed. Maybe he had asked her, hey, we got this information about you being a brother fucker. I don't know. Oh, there was something else I wanted to really rant on. I forget what it was. You want to see something absolutely beautiful, Jack?
Sure.
This made me laugh my fucking ass off. Okay, hang on. I don't know. Let me know if this is too loud or just about right.
Jordan, we don't have any evidence that she probes him with her peg leg, but we all suspect.
It's probably her sword. All right. Let me know how the sound is here.
Matters.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, it's fine.
And the thing I've got confidence in, Joe, is your heart and your character. And I've seen you with families that have gone through tragedies.
There's two ways in which presidents motivate people. By doing something really ignobling, important, and people go, oh, or to do something really bad.
You see what this picture is? It's very fuzzy.
That's children in cages with tinfoil on.
You know who did that?
Barack Obama.
Yeah. Or to do something really bad, and they show Obama and Biden. Remember, Biden has taken credit for all this. Biden has said, Obama put him in charge of everything. And he has taken credit for, the response at the border. So, I just love that this came up on the screen at the same time. I laughed so hard. I'm like, whoever did this either is a moron or a genius.
Or both.
Because we all know how that got started. We all know. Because they tried blaming it on, cell phone, exactly, bastard beast. Yeah.
Real fast, let me grab a Streamlabs. Thank you, Shiograth. Ilhan Omar blames the media and barrage of political criticisms for the end of her marriage. And then there was me thinking it was because she was caught shagging a white dude. And also, Shio, thank you. What do Don Lemon and Ilhan Omar have in common? They both like the white cock. And they were caught singing, treat me like a pirate and give me that booty.
Wow.
Thanks, Shio.
Yeah, that tweet was sent out with that video by Scott Dworkin, who said, boom, over 100,000 views on our new Biden and Obama video in less than an hour. Yeah, over 100,000 people saw that, and some of us laughed because you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Here they go, blaming the implication being Trump did that. Trump didn't do it.
Oh, that doesn't matter. That's the story, and if you tell it enough, people believe it. We've seen that time and again. People believe that. They refuse to accept that Obama did it, even though there's news articles about it.
Hang on one sec. Oh, I have a Snapchat from the road. It's Peanut. Or no, sorry, it's Pumpkin. Oh, she's so cute. Apparently, she doesn't ride well in the car, so they were worried about how this is a 14-hour trip, 12-hour trip, something like that.
Ew.
Yeah, and they were worried about how she would do. She seems like she's doing okay. They can watch movies, and there's plenty of games and stuff they brought for them. So, and she's got her cousins there who she loves. She'll be fine. I do wonder if she's thrown any fits, though. Because that girl can throw fits. All right, let's...
responded to you in chat.
Well, Grug says, rest of Apple Tribe, flood Lady Grug with gift to help little Grug. Much appreciated. Look forward to Race Kate. Cool, dude. That's awesome. Did he mention if it was first?
I didn't see. I've been kind of bouncing around.
Yes, first little Grug, both scared and excited. Good, dude. Look, it is scary, man. Becoming a dad is scary. When you first hold that little baby and suddenly you're like, oh shit, should I go for cigarettes?
Time to be responsible, damn it.
You grow up a lot when that first kid is put in your arms and you realize you're responsible for it. 14 hours. Why the hell didn't they get an RV? Because they're in the minivan. It's got the DVD player in it. They'll be fine. It's not that bad of a trip on 14 hours. Yes, Peanut is the youngest. It goes little butt, pumpkin, Peanut. Are you sure she's not throwing a fit, or she's throwing a fit and not ranting about something? Well, I guess it could be seen as her kind of ranting. Absolutely.
Runs in the family.
Runs in the family. You should see my children go off, man. They can rant like a motherfucker. It's a gift from their dad to help them deal with the world. 2 more people were shot this week, or 3 more people were killed this weekend in shooting sprees across New York City.
Oh, there's a shocker.
Damn bread! Can we please, for the love of God, get more bread to New York City? Maybe
it's Twinkie the kid shooting people.
It might be.
He's was a cowboy.
He was. He's a bastard. Maybe he's mad that they took away his guns. I'm trying to see if there was anything else specifically that I wanted to address, because some of this will be on Monkey in the Morning tomorrow, which will probably be in the actual AM, late AM. That what would you call it? We'll see what happens, guys, because I have a stream coming up at 8 or at 9, and then the game stream. And I'm doing this now because I was bored out of my mind. It's what I do. What's that one? Elizabeth Warren, that stupid cunt, who, by the way, is still technically in the Veep stakes, although she's too white for that.
She's, I don't know, are Indians white now?
Can you imagine if Biden picked her?
I would laugh my ass off.
If Biden picked Warren, you would have a revolt from black Democrats. You would have Republicans, conservatives, all non-Democrats laughing their fucking asses off because they were dumb enough to make that pick.
Oh, man, but I'd be proven right that they picked her.
Oh, man, you would. I don't think they're going to, but I would love it. I think that would be the greatest pick ever. He could pick Bernie and just piss off everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
And then lefty women would be like, I don't know what to do. I love Bernie, but he didn't pick a woman. That would be funny. Either way. No, the dumbass known as Elizabeth Warren said, it's been clear from the start that it is not possible to fix the economy without containing the virus, yet the Trump administration never came up with a plan for even the most basic proven tactics like testing and contact tracing. I don't know how many times I can go over this. I really don't. The economy went bad because we did what you stupid motherfuckers wanted to do. We shut down. Something we have never, ever done in response to a virus. We have never taken the entire country and said, stop! Everybody go home for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 2 months. You know why? Because it's fucking retarded. What we've always done is find the sick people and put them away while they're sick. And then they can come back out. It's a quarantine. Now, we've quarantined cities, been like, nobody in or out because this is a sick zone. We don't want anybody else to get sick.
Yeah, we've done that a lot over the centuries.
We have never said, okay, the entire state of New York needs to shut down. The entire state of Michigan needs to shut down, except fast food places and grocery stores and hospitals and taco stands. And we left a lot of shit open, but we cut like, what, half of it? Manufacturing, we just fucking killed. Unless they were making ventilators or masks. Just shut it down. We shut everything down and the economy collapsed because nobody had a job anymore. You want to fix it. It's real simple. Open it back up. Sweden never shut down. And you know what? People got sick. And now people have stopped getting sick. And their economy never took the hit because they didn't shut down.
You know who had the power to decide if a business could be open or closed? It was a German guy in the 30s and 40s. Just saying.
You cannot blame the economic impact on this on Trump. He had no power to shut down any state. He didn't shut down any state. He called for states to be reopened, and you guys told people that many wanted you to die. Yep.
Look, I think the power has gone to their head, especially the governors, as to their authority over people and how much they can dictate what you can and can't do. Look at what Whitmer's done.
Yeah.
It's going to cripple the economy. And they seem to want that. I know Bill Maher was advocating for an economic collapse.
Yep.
But I don't think they understand the ramifications long term of something like that. There may not be a recovery if this keeps going. We're pretty close to a Great Depression if this shit keeps up. You can't have that. Even if, yes, people are going to get sick and people are going to die. That's going to happen either way, whether it's in a car accident or getting a coof. You can't control that. You can't keep everyone at home. There's no money. There's nothing. Suicides are going up. Depression is at a massive high. You can't keep everything shut down. You have to just tell people what precautions they can take and hope for the best sometimes.
Yes.
You can't control everything.
Remember, the whole point was never to keep people from getting it. If you look at their graph. Their graph, everybody's still getting it. It's just when you get it. It's when. Hoping that eventually they have a antivirus. But until then, until they have a vaccine, you're talking about everybody just slowing, what they call it? What was it? Flattening the curve.
Yeah, flattening the curve.
That wasn't stopping people from getting it. People still get it on that curve, on that flat part. It's just that people get healthy and then another person's sick. It takes their place. And so it just drags it out. And if you have everything shut down the whole time that's drug out, you're going to cripple your economy. You used the right word there, cripple. And then you look at, like I said, look at what Sweden did. Because lots of people got sick in Sweden. Yes. 6,000, was it 6,900 or 6,700 people died? But their sickness, they had a peak and then it just drops right off. And their economy is still open and it's still going. Instead of having small slowdowns in some sectors, we turned it off.
Yeah.
So that you will get the virus slower.
And remember, whenever they talk about the hospitals being at max capacity, that's what most hospitals aim for to begin with because it's more financially viable. You want to have your staff cut as much as possible to handle what you're used to. We are not seeing the hospitals going over capacity because of a lack of care. They have them at capacity because that's what they always have them at. So when they're always trying to get within the 90%. So whenever you hear, they're at 98% capacity, that's 6% over what they typically aim for at hospitals. That's why if you go to the emergency room at like 3 a.m. on a Tuesday, there's like 3 doctors in the whole place.
Mm-hmm.
Because they operate on a minimal margins as much as possible, just because it's so expensive to pay doctors and nurses. They have people on call for that reason.
There was a story that came out. I want to say it was either Austin or Houston, They're like, we're getting overrun. The hospitals are at capacity. But then they talked to some of the administrators, and one of them said this. Look it up, guys. We have the ability to take more patients. We have the space.
Yeah.
We just don't have nurses right now. They need more nurses down there. Which, by the way, there's nurses around.
Yeah, they're just not in those departments. We're seeing people laid off, like Jim said. That's insane. This is at this point, it's manageable, and let's hope it stays that way. I don't want this to be blown out and be something awful. Obviously, I don't think anybody does, unless they're like a crazy nihilist. But it's not nearly as bad as the media is portraying it.
Yeah. And again, that's not to say people won't get sick. That's the point. People will get sick.
Yeah, it's unavoidable.
By their own fucking definition. They've never said that this was to stop the virus, to end the virus. It was to slow it.
Yeah. And look, one thing that really annoys me, medical professionals, please do not put fucking yard signs out saying heroes live here.
Yeah, fuck you.
Okay, if you don't have like laser vision and flight, I'm sorry. If you don't have an actual superpower, do your damn job. That's your job, okay?
Now, in relation to this, we have to talk about Lena Dunham.
Sean said he found out his nursing home has 12 cases of the coof.
Be careful in there, dude.
Yeah, don't catch it.
Lena Dunham came out and told us she had the coof.
Did she really, or is she faking?
She said she had the China virus. I think she's faking. And I have evidence.
Because she's an attention-seeking whore with a long track record of it?
Well, there's that. And it's when she said she got it. That's the part that really made me go, no, you're lying, bitch. She claims that she got it way back in March. Now, the reason, in mid-March, by the way, in mid-March, do you know how many confirmed cases we had at the end of March? In the entire United States, 25,000. You know the chance of this attention-seeking whore being one of them?
Pretty slim, I would think.
Pretty fucking slim.
Plus, she's like grossly overweight. I'm with Mr. E. No photos, please. Look, she's overweight. She's got like she looks like she has poor health. That's kind of the target demographic for getting really sick from this. I think we would have heard about it from like TMZ.
Well, she said that she did get very sick, and that she her body revolted against her. I'm like, if your body was going to revolt, it would have done it a long time ago for what you've done to it.
I don't know. Her body's pretty revolting.
Cryptic, thank you. If no signs, how will I know who to egg?
Oh, that's a good point. Look, I just hate yard signs in general, but saying heroes live here, that's just pretentious and arrogant. I'm sorry. I hate that. I absolutely find that detestable. You're not a fucking hero. You're doing your job. Get out there, do your fucking job, and leave me alone.
Yeah. I have respect for doctors and nurses. That's not an easy job. But stop it.
Yeah. I can respect you without you having a gigantic ego about it.
I'm not trying to take anything away from them. It's just that, come on, that's a little self-serving to me.
A little bit, yeah.
You don't see military guys doing that, putting a fucking yard sign that says "Hero lives here." They let other people call them heroes. That's the true hero.
Yeah, it's like you never give yourself a nickname. You know, it's one of those type of things because it always ends up being terrible. That's something other people say about you.
Hang on just a second. Got to answer my son here.
Pudding.
Well, he's asking me if I want any food.
Of course you do.
I ate today. I have food in my fridge again.
You can have him bring you other food, and then you can save the fridge food for later for when he forgets to come feed you.
I have enough for the whole week if I had to down here. So I'm good.
You say that now, but what if you're like, I'm bored, and then you just start eating your food?
That could happen. I'm not gonna lie to you, but
yeah. And plus, you could be like, yeah, bring me some rainbow bagels with black coffee, a pumpkin spice latte.
I'm good.
Sample all the things on that list we read earlier.
Lena Dunham's the woman who told us she wished she'd had abortions.
Yeah, she's a disgusting person. Didn't she also admit to like diddling her sister in her book?
Yes, she wrote a book where she admits to diddling her little sister.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. And everybody was cool with it. A whole bunch of us pointed it out, and liberals were like, hey, she's a liberal. Shut up.
And
okay. She diddled her sister.
She's in Hollywood, too. That's probably like a rite of passage.
Yeah, they probably would have kicked her out if she didn't.
Yeah.
All right. I just have trouble believing that given her track record of being a attention-seeking whore, and I don't mean an attention whore, I mean an attention-seeking whore, that she was among the first 25,000 in the U.S. to get COVID.
No, I'm not buying it. I find it suspicious. Unless she's going to produce some medical records, that's a bold claim.
Yeah. And it's so Lena Dunham. Remember, she is the one who got mad. She's a feminist liberal cunt who got mad because Odell Beckham Jr. didn't pay attention to her at some fucking Hollywood event. He was playing on his phone. They were seated at the same table, and he was playing on her phone and didn't pay any attention to her. And so she actually tweeted out, he probably only pays attention to skinny, beautiful bitches. I'm paraphrasing, but that's what she said. She's an attention whore.
Yeah.
And this is disgusting.
Well, she seems to have a lot of personal issues.
Yeah, her daddy must have touched her in some bad places.
Or he just wasn't there or something. She's got like a lot of problems. So I have a hard time believing a lot of what she says. Because pretty much everything she says seems to be for shock value and getting attention.
I have a feeling every uncle she ever met touched her. And stepdad, she's been fucked up. Something happened to her in her childhood. And yeah, she ain't right. She ain't right.
I'm kind of with Bastard Beast. I think she hates herself.
Well, yeah, that happens to people who are molested.
Yeah. There's a lot of self-loathing going on.
I am telling you that woman was molested. I don't know if that's true. I'm telling you she was molested. She's so fucked up. It was her mom who touched her. That could be it. I don't know who it was, but somebody did. That's classic right there. Classic self-hatred. Plus, I mean, God, she's an ugly woman.
Oh, she's super unattractive.
You know, she used to actually be, I don't want to say cute, but passable.
No, I always thought she was weird looking. She has like that hunchback look.
Like she has a hunchback.
Oh, really?
She seems to. Especially if she's put on weight. You really see it, but
I thought that was just like the fat people slouch. Like some fat people get that when they're like really, really, when they're not supposed to be fat, but they get really fat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's unnatural looking and they get that like slouch going.
No, I mean, there were times that she was passable. She's still ugly, but you know, you're like, okay, she tried. You know what I mean?
Do you remember the buzzard that talked like that buzzard from the cartoons?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she always reminded me when I'd see her walking of that buzzard's body posture. It doesn't look healthy.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, thank you, Mighty Balzac. There's not enough beer in the world for me to touch her. I don't blame you. Look at her here. She looks normal.
I don't
she looks normal.
Look at her.
Look.
She looks normal-ish. But
like I said, passable. Like she was trying. Like she wasn't trying to make herself fat and ugly.
Yeah.
And then, the rest of it happened. We're not going to go through the pictures, but that's what I'm talking about. She was, not horrible. It's not like if you walk past her, you go, oh my God. But now if you walk past, you'd be like, fuck.
Don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact.
Yeah, you gotta treat her like a Confederate flag. Just don't look.
What I think a big part of it is her haircut. The long hair offsets a lot of the weirdness of her body shape.
Sure. And she has that not quite long, not quite short look now, or at least last time I saw her.
Yeah. When she had that bob thing, it really made her look odd.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. She had the COVID, so you guys need to take it seriously. You need to take it seriously because she still has long-term effects from it. She was very sick for a long time, Jack. Thank you, Twisted Skipster. I was going to buy a girl a puppy to help with the depression of her mom walking off and her grandma dying, but you should have it. You're right, I should. Tell her to suck it up.
Damn, you guys are harsh.
Now Jack's going to have nightmares about my donations. But I'm okay with it. I don't like attention whores. Look, it's okay to be an attention whore. Let me rephrase that. I don't like attention whores who lie to get attention. Hillary Clinton, I was under sniper fire bullshit. That you can just have a life. It's okay. You don't have to go out there and try. I had the COVID. No, you didn't. Shut up. The chances of that being true are very slim, especially at that time when the outbreak is not actually centered in New York City, certainly not centered in LA. I'm not sure where that fat cunt lives, but it started up in Washington. Is it possible? Sure. Do I think it's true? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Remember when Kathy Griffin, who just said that, Pat? Yeah, I went in, I have the COVID. Like, no, you didn't, bitch. You're not even in a room that looks like they would have you in there for COVID. But remember, they think I have COVID. No, they don't. You got a panic attack, you silly bitch. I don't like people who do that.
Yeah, I can even picture how that conversation went. Oh my God, do I have the COVID? Sure, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, hers was easily disproven, the Kathy Griffin, when she showed the pictures from her hospital room.
Yeah.
Like, no. That's not even a secured room for that.
So stupid.
Even COVID wouldn't enter Kathy Griffin's body, right? No, she's married, man. She fucks somebody.
Well,
somebody
I don't
fucks
know.
that dead-looking bitch.
Well, I don't know when she had time. She was escorting that gay couple up to the mountain to throw their wedding ring in the fires of Mount Doom or whatever.
Yeah. God, she's an ugly bitch. I'm sorry, YouTube. I know we're not supposed to make fun of people's features, but she could have helped that one. That's plastic surgery gone horrifically wrong.
Yeah. And time adding on to that because she's aging and bad plastic surgery mixed with that. That's a rough combo.
If you go back to before the plastic surgery, she was okay.
Yeah, she looked like a normal person, but the plastic surgery, I don't know what people are well, I do because they're a bunch of egomaniacs in Hollywood, but why would you do that knowing that there's long-term consequences? They can't keep trying to shore up a broken dam,
Yeah, Black Romeo, I know everything that happened with the Beckham Jr. thing. Beckham Jr. said he was texting his girl and didn't notice Dunham. Also, Lena's father was an artist who painted ugly, naked women. She's been seeing things like that since she was a kid. I'm telling you, he touched her. You think she got the idea to touch her sister from herself? Maybe, but come on.
Pretty unlikely.
Yeah, that is some classic shit right there. Anyway, again, I don't have proof, so allegedly, how about I'll throw that out there? Allegedly. I don't understand, Jack, because you're right. These people have that plastic surgery because they're narcissistic shitbags.
Mm-hmm.
But seeing how it goes, I don't understand how they can then look in the mirror and go, I look wonderful. Like, seriously, she looks like a cartoon that they draw to scare children.
Yeah.
You can get a butt lift, but nothing can stop you from being a saggy asshole. Well played. Yeah, the stuff we've seen come out of this. I mean, some people get it and it's okay. Like, I suppose some of it can help short term, but then they like, okay, make me look like a beast. They pull the skin back so tight that they can't even smile anymore. Or it's got that evil schoolmarm smile look to it. Just the very edge of their mouth will go up. Kathy Griffin's great for that.
Yeah.
How do you look at that and be like, yeah, do that to me?
I want to look like the Joker as much as possible.
Does that bitch have any flesh in her face? She can't. She can't possibly have any muscle in there. It is just skin as tight against the bone as it can possibly be. I don't know how she closes her eyes. She probably has to use her fingers to do it manually.
Yeah, that's frightening. Oh, real quick. Thank you, Atheist Icon. I fought a monkey for this a couple of months ago. I pushed him down the stairs. Weird. His name was Frank. Enjoy. Thanks, Atheist.
Angry says people are upset about me spinning truth about COVID death toll. Well, it depends on what you're saying. I'm not sure what you've been saying, so I can't say your numbers are correct, but they certainly don't like it when I point it out. So I'm probably with you. Black Romeo says, look up some of his paintings. They're terrible paintings, 1. And 2, the paintings are of women spread eagles showing bush and vag, so the image of that was in her head while she was young. Okay. I can see that leading to her diddling her sister, maybe. But the self-hatred and stuff, I don't see that from her looking at women when she was little. I just don't.
I think there's a lot going on there. Her dad was like a famous person too, wasn't he?
I've never heard of her father before.
Oh, well, I imagine there's a lot going on there that we don't know about and we'll probably never know, but she is very, very fucked up. A lot of these Hollywood types seem to be really broken people. And the people that are victimized in Hollywood and the surrounding regions are always the ones that end up being the most tragic stories. But she's doing a lot of this to herself by making these claims. She needs to be in therapy.
Well, I'm looking at some of his paintings now, and I mean, they're actually quite childlike, but yeah, naked.
Yeah, Matt is saying he was famous. That doesn't surprise me. He probably... Painters are almost as weird as movie stars.
Her dad got famous painting this shit?
Apparently.
Christ. Why didn't
I don't think Christ had anything to do with this.
Oh my God, I just came across a picture of Lena Dunham in a public toilet naked with her legs crossed on the toilet bowl eating cake.
That's Marie Antoinette shit there.
She's on a public toilet, Jack.
Well, first of all, being on a public toilet is very, very gross. But that's that what you're describing is the exact scenario why I don't like using public toilets.
She's sitting on a public toilet, what we used to call Indian style. What are we supposed to call it now?
I don't know.
Indian style, eating a birthday cake. Naked. Nutty Barber says that's from Girls. Oh, the show she does?
Yeah.
That's still a real public bathroom. Or looks to be. If not, they did a very good recreation job there.
It's just sad because she's a very damaged person and she's trying to get attention. And like Assassin just said, she's probably stunted emotionally. They just call it cross legs. Thanks, Mana. Yeah, I think she's probably got a lot of issues that need to be dealt with in a professional setting. And it's kind of sad, even though I find her completely repulsive. She needs to go see somebody and work through her problems, because otherwise it's probably not going to end well for her. She's going to be very lonely, sad cat lady person who does shit constantly to get attention, and that never ends well.
I went to high school with a girl who every month was pregnant. Every month she would tell somebody new that she was pregnant to get attention. And I don't know if she forgot she told me, or she thought the first time she told me, oh, that's so fucked up. What are you going to do? You know?
Yeah.
Because I'm not an asshole. And then like 3 months later, she told me again, I'm like, fuck you. Get the fuck away from me. Just go. This same girl, one time, she had sex with a guy at a school function. Well, not exactly a school function, kind of a school associated function.
Yeah.
And she purposefully walked around bow-legged for like a week because he just hurt her that bad with his big old dick.
Oh, God.
And everybody's like, oh, dear God, she's doing it again. Yeah, that is Lena Dunham. I went to school with her. Not for real, but somebody very much like her. Yeah, that girl all the time had something for attention. Something. Pregnancy was her favorite go-to.
Totes pregnant, yo?
It's like, no, sweetie, you're just fat. Because she was. She was built like Lena Dunham is now. Yeah. And instead of being like, dude, your dick's so big, you nailed her like that and hurt her, we were all like, how could you put your dick in that? You see the cute ones around, right? Yeah, she was a treat. High school. I saw some women bitching on Twitter today at each other, and one of them actually said, "What is this, high school?" I'm like, "Yeah, it looks like
Twitter.
You're grown ass women who do nothing but bitch at each other. Yes, it's high school, and this is why women don't want men acting like women, because you just bitch at us all the time." I did see a thing. This woman gave an unpopular opinion. I think we'll wrap up on this one, Jack, if I can find it. Where was her unpopular opinion? This one. Men and women can't just be friends. The sex part always gets in the way. If you're married, you don't need opposite sex friends. Look, men will think about their female friends sexually. We'll occasionally be like, I wonder what it's like to tap that. But you don't have to put your dick in it.
You don't have to, but you can.
If you're married, you shouldn't. That's called self-control. Lots of us have it.
Self-control. That sounds like one of them colonialist ideas.
Yes. Colonial self-control. Yeah. I've heard this notion before that men and women shouldn't be friends after somebody's married. And it just, to me, sounds like the most self-conscious, paranoid bullshit ever. Like, my wife is not allowed to have male friends. Oh, you got a small dick, don't you? Sorry to hear about your small dick, homie. This one came from a woman.
That just tells me that she banged a lot of her male friends.
Yeah.
And look, depending on what kind of guy your wife is hanging out with, yeah, maybe you do need to worry, but that doesn't mean all men should be off the table for her friends, because some dudes aren't going to try and bang her.
Don't marry a whore.
Yeah, and don't be friends with sleazeball people.
Yeah. I'm just throwing that out there. I mean, if you're white, no matter how much, let's say you have, or she has some dickhead friend who tries to put it in her, As long as she says no, well, there you go. And then at that point, she should be like, yeah, we can't be friends anymore because you won't stop trying to dick me and I'm married. You know what I mean? That's
right.
That's a good time to say, yeah, we're not going to be friends anymore. And it's just absolutely asinine. The idea that men and women can't be friends. You can keep it in your pants. You don't have to give in to your animalistic instincts, Jack.
That's what people tell me.
There's never been a time ever that somebody accidentally put their dick in someone.
I don't know. I've seen some movies where that sort of thing happens.
That does not happen, Jack.
Oh.
Those are not documentaries.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Now, there might be a case where you accidentally put it in the wrong person. That can happen.
Twins. Yeah.
Twins. Yes, exactly. And there are cases where there's been a fucked up twin who's done that. And in that case, it's not his fault. But otherwise, you've never put your dick in the wrong person on accident. Ever. Ever. You've never taken the wrong dick on accident. Ever. Stop it. It's a conscious choice you make. Self-control. Have we just lost it completely?
I think there's a lot of things wrong right now. A lot. And it's just on the list.
Men and women can't be friends or they're gonna fuck. Wow, your husband needs an STD check.
Right? Probably a good divorce attorney.
And he doesn't even know why. Like, sir, we're gonna need to stick a swab down your pee hole. Like, what? We met your wife. We need to stick a swab down your pee hole.
And by the way, we've all had sex with her.
She likes it when you slap her ass. Just saying. That cute little dolphin noise she makes when you tickle her in the right spot, you know? Yeah.
She's making dolphin noises. I'm out.
I just hate that. I mean, that is it's either a controlling thing or it is a paranoid thing.
Or it's both. Or a guilty conscience.
Yeah. I mean, a cheater will think like that because they're cheating.
Yeah.
Someone who's been cheated on can think like that because, they fucked the wrong person before. Or you're just fucking paranoid. That either they are cheating or that you think everybody cheats. It doesn't have to happen that way. Keep your genitals to yourself and everything will be fine. How does the sex always get in the way? You're sitting there talking and suddenly there's a dick involved.
Look, sometimes your pants just fall off. It's a known comedy of errors. You don't have to try and explain it. Just sometimes your pants fall off and she jumps in your lap and her shorts come down at the right second and boom, you're banging.
You're just swimming. You come too close to each other. Both. There's a wave and suddenly you're in her because your shorts came down right as you get pulled back. And
exactly. It's an act of nature. An act of God. Like a natural disaster.
Lunatic says tequila. You know what? I could see that with alcohol, but that's still something you did. Just throwing that out there. You are still responsible for your actions when you've been drinking. I woke up with a dick in me. It was an accident. No, it wasn't. You're a whore. You're a drunk whore, but you're still a whore. Keep your vagina to yourself, and there's no problem. I do wonder, Jack, whether this means she's been fucking a lot or she's just really worried that her husband's fucking a lot. I lean towards the former because she seemed quite sure. The sex always gets in the way. You took a dick. You took a couple, didn't you? How many male friends do you think she had?
Probably a lot.
Baker's dozen or so?
Yeah.
Yeah. Suddenly the baby popped out black. Oops. These things. It was an accident. I went to sit down on the toilet. I was tired. I didn't see he hadn't got up yet. Why aren't feminists here? Drinking doesn't no responsibility for females. Because they think they want it to. Remember that feminists want women to have their cake and eat it too.
Yeah, it's always men's fault. Doesn't matter what it is. It's men's fault.
They can get as drunk as they want to, but they are not responsible for anything they do while drunk. It's a man's fault. You walk in, she's sucking a dick, and she's just like, I had tequila. You're supposed to go, oh, all right, no big deal. Just don't do that again.
Right.
And next time it's like, I had vodka. I didn't do the tequila again. Cryptic, thank you. Sitting in King Soapers, listening to you is a bad idea. People are giving me weird looks. Time to turn down the volume. Sorry, folks. Hope you're all having a good day. We don't always talk about dick.
Sometimes we talk about boobs and vaginas.
That's true. That's true.
Well, that reminds me. Weibo had reposted a link to that thing she did with Renegade. Did you ever see that?
No, I saw she had posted it, but I saw it when we were on the way to the store, and then I completely forgot about it. I don't know what it's even supposed to be about.
Apparently, this guy had asked Roaming Millennial for pictures of her vagina and vulva.
Why?
Specifically, because he wanted to make some art project. So he just solicited nudes from her, and he said, you can cover up your boobs if you want. And I was like, oh, that's weird. But he apparently didn't understand that this was crossing some sort of boundary line to ask random strangers for nudes.
What?
It's one of the funniest things. Weibo's only on there for like 40 minutes, but it's one of the most fucked up things I've listened to in a long time. It's from like 2019 too. It's an older thing. I remember seeing it previously.
Oh,
I forgot how good that was.
Is this the guy that claims that sex and genitals or something like that are not the same thing, kind of thing?
He's one of those, but he also says that like your prudishness about sex is it comes from like Western religion or something like that. He had some really weird, convoluted nonsense to justify poor behavior.
Yeah. The prudish and I remember that part of it. So I did see that a long time ago. I didn't realize it was the same thing.
Yeah. It's worth revisiting because it is still pretty funny.
I didn't realize that all started because he asked Roaming to see her vag.
Well, he keeps saying vulva, and I was like, I've never heard that word used so many times in 1 hour than I did on that stream, like even in health class.
It reminds me of the abortion argument when they say fetus instead of baby. Look, if I call it a vulva, it's not dirty.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes it creepy.
Yeah, it makes it like stalker level.
At least say vagina.
Yeah, he was building an altar of vulvas, the altar of womanhood or something.
Just make different ones.
No, that's not how it works. Because how are you going to get nudes from chicks if you're not like working on an art project? It sounds classy that way. Like I'm an artist. Don't worry, it'll be tasteful.
Ladies, if you send this guy pictures, he's going to come to your house, kill you, cut off your vulva, and put it into his art project.
Right? He sounded like such a sociopath. But I wanted to remind people if they haven't heard that conversation, to check it out, because I was laughing so hard just because the way Weibo was acting very professional about the whole thing. And I was like, man, this is not how this conversation would go if I was there.
All you need says vulva and vagina are not the same thing. Yes, I know. But nobody says, can I see your vulva?
Yeah, nobody. And if you're taking pictures of if you say, I want to take a picture of your vulva, you're still going to be taking a picture of what they're thinking is their vagina. Because it's all kind of connected right there. You can't really take a photo of just the one.
If somebody asks to see your vulva, call the cops.
Yeah, that's super creepy. That's like lurking in your bushes level of creepy.
That dude has chopped up people in his garden.
Right?
Oh, the fuck?
It was an outstanding conversation. The guy was either willfully ignoring, but I think he really did not grasp that what he was doing was out of bounds.
Show me your meat flaps. You know what? I'll take that over vulva.
Yeah, like I want to explore your inner folds. I just picture him wearing, like holding a decanter of booze that's laced with roofies right then.
I want to insert a finger in your birth canal.
I would like to explore your secret tunnels. Right? You know,
fuck.
it was fucked up.
Oh my God. All you need is very, very upset about us not being technically correct about vaginas. Relax, homie. Relax.
Yeah, the guy was not trying to get that technical. He was just using it to soften the blow of getting crotch pitch.
He wanted to see pussy. Is that
Yeah.
better?
Yeah, look.
And you know what? If you're going to ask, that's a better way to ask. Can you take a picture of your pussy and send it to me?
Right?
Ladies, seriously. One, I need to know which is better. One is, will you take a picture of your vulva and send it to me? Two is, would you take a picture of your pussy and send it to me? Which one is better? One or two? Thank you, Hazmat. He says, I want to see them Arby's sandwich. And Sir Wolfgang, thank you. I'd like to go on a juicy adventure down a moist trail. Nice.
Wow. Patriot said 9.
So far, the women aren't voting. Vote, God damn it. I know there's women. I just saw 2 of them. Which one is the least creepy? Because at least, you know, pussy, that sounds like he's a pervert. The other guy's a serial killer.
Right?
Yeah, that's exactly. 2, but he's not getting the pick. I'm not saying you're sending the pick. I'm just asking which one is the worst. Or which one's better of those 2. Because I'm telling you, vulva. Somebody says vulva to you and they're not your doctor, run. Run and call the FBI. Because they have kidnapped people in their basement. They don't have a subterranean love den. They have a basement.
Yeah, they have a pit in their basement. I mean, there's no such thing as an amateur doctor or amateur gynecologist. That's not a thing. That's just a creepy weirdo.
Can I say your vulva? Shut the fuck up. Go away. You need to have mace if you run into that guy. Can I see your areolas? Do you think anybody asks like that?
I'm sure there's some fruitcake that does that.
Can I see your areola?
I really felt bad for Roaming Millennial because, you know, she's sitting there just like her head hung in shame, blushing like, oh my God, I can't believe they're talking about this.
Look, if somebody wanted to have that conversation about my cock, I wouldn't mind. But I'm a guy.
But you're a guy, and men view this sort of thing much differently.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Yeah, it's more of a crawl space. Nice.
If people ask to see my dick, I would be, oh, thank you for asking. But no. Now, can I see your penis? There's not a bad way to say that, is there?
I don't know. Men take it much differently than women do. It's just a formality kind of thing, I guess, but it's the way you present things sometimes, you know.
So trying to sound smart is creepy. Got it. Using the word vulva is creepy. Atheist Icon, thank you so much. I don't want to see a grenade explode in a deli. I've seen her before. I typed in the wrong search term. No, you can be smart. You can be if you want to. You're not getting laid if you ask to see somebody's vulva. That's all I'm saying. Because she's gonna be like, no. Yeah,
there's a point where trying to sound smart can become something much different and be interpreted that way. It's there's trying to sound smart, and then there's trying too hard to sound smart. When you're at the point where you're going to see her naughty bits, don't talk like that. Don't say vulva.
Yeah, that sounds like they're gonna cut you up and put you in their garden. I still don't get how vaginas got to be called pussy. I see one and think about cats. Probably from petting it. Don't you ever just lay there and play with it and pet it like a cat? Is that just me?
I don't know how that came to be, but Yeah, the chicks that will have sex with me generally don't let me pet their naughty parts.
They'll let you pet the vulva?
No, foreplay maybe, but otherwise no.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Roaming is such a sweet girl too, and
that had to be so creepy.
Yeah, she's a very, very sweet girl, and I don't know how innocent she is, but she comes off as very innocent.
Yeah, I like that.
God damn it, that's not what we're talking about, Jack.
Oh, sorry.
Put that away. We're not talking about vulvas here.
I was thinking about something else. No, she seems like a really nice girl. So
yeah, she doesn't come off as very worldly, very street, you know.
Yeah. She doesn't seem very she's almost a little naive in a lot of ways.
Yeah, that's how she comes off. And Roaming, if you're out there listening, which I'm sure you're not, that's not an insult. I find you to be a very, very sweet woman. Every time I've got to talk to her, she's been very kind and nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, some stranger asking to see her naughty bits is just fucking weird.
That had to creep her the fuck out. Especially like take a photo and send it to me, or you're a prude.
Yeah, that part of the argument, I remember that very well. If you're not willing to get naked and show somebody, then you're a prude. Because didn't that guy end up putting a picture of his dick online?
Probably. I would not be shocked at all.
Somebody in chat because I'm almost positive he put a picture of his little dick online.
Well, I remember in the video, Weibo challenged him to do so because otherwise he's a prude.
Yeah,
and I'm willing to bet that he did it just to like spite her.
He did it and then insisted that she had to do it since he did.
Oh, yes, he did.
Della Hate says, yeah, that's what I thought. And I'll give him credit for two things. One, if that really is his dick, he lived up to his not a prude thing, so at least he's not a hypocrite. And two, he showed his tiny dick to the world. Most guys with tiny dicks would be like, I ain't showing you that. Yeah, he sent a picture. He sent it to Weeb. I know it got put onto the internet. I laughed my ass off when I saw it.
I'm not surprised.
You're a prude if you don't show me your bad bits. All right, fuck you. Then I'm a prude.
Yeah, I'm okay with being called a prude over not showing everybody my naughties.
Tumbleweed, thank you very, very much. Thanks, Jay, is what he says. Am I reading that correctly? But thank you very much. That is very kind. Very kind. I appreciate it. Don't forget, guys, we are brought to you by you. Hit that like button, hit the share button, and throw money at Jack. He's a wonderful person. And yes, Prosper, we're talking about that asshole. Weibo I didn't realize that's what it was, but Jack said that she just reshared that video where she got into the argument with the idiot. Yeah, I forgot that's who he was. Yeah. Shady Grin, thank you so much for the drooling guy. You're not drooling over that guy's little dick, are you? Just kidding, Shady. Just kidding.
He's probably drooling because he's like, oh my God, this crap. It's like the psychotic break sort of drool.
You know, I do enjoy those kind of people, though, for all the wrong reasons. He is so what's the word I'm looking for here? Fanatical in that view. I wonder if he does that like in real life. Like he goes up to his boss. If you don't show me your tits, you're a prude. You think he's ever had that conversation with like his mom? Because usually when you talk about prudishness, there's a lot that goes with it, but it's not showing your naughty bits to strangers. That's not prudish. That's just, smart. I mean, if that's your prudish standard, I'm wondering what you're okay with not doing, you know?
Yeah.
Where are your inhibitions?
Yeah. Does somebody like that just give in to all their impulses?
Yeah.
Because that's really dangerous.
It is. But it's an interesting study, you know?
Yeah.
How in the world do you turn out that way? And again, I would like to know what his inhibitions are. Where do you draw the line at what's not prudish sexually and what is? If to you just showing your junk to everybody should be the norm. Anyhow, I think that's a good time to be wrapping up here. I was gonna try doing this at like an hour and a half, but we're almost at 2 hours, Jack.
Nice.
We just talked too much. Well, enough. We talked just enough. But my son should be home with whatever we're having for dinner soon, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have a cigarette, and I'm gonna sing some Hamilton really loudly till he gets here. This is Kyle. Thank you so much. All right, have a good one, everyone. I'm off to stream Dark Souls 1 over on my YouTube channel. There you go, Monk. I paid you for the advertisement. Well, thank you, and have fun on your stream, bud.
Yeah, you guys go check that out.
I wish they allowed us to just go to channel. I wonder why the fuck did they take that away?
I don't know.
That was fucking stupid. That was a great way to be able to go to other people's channels. It was a great way to network.
Yeah, well, they seem to really not understand what a lot of people want from YouTube.
Well, as Satsu so wisely said, YouTube doesn't YouTube very well.
Yeah, well, I don't think they hire people that have been YouTubers as like consultants or anything.
Prospero says, "Are you sure it's only your hair that's gay?" I suppose she's asking because I'm going to listen to a musical. There's nothing gay about musicals except for the gay ones.
Yeah,
I've been in musicals. I'm okay with it. That's right. I've been in musicals. Ha.
I'm just silently judging you. That's cool.
With my bad singing and everything. Jack. Yeah, we're wrapping up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today. Don't forget, we will be doing all kinds of other shit throughout the day. So follow us on the Twitter. Follow us on our channels. And follow us on our Patreons and Teespring store. Go look at our Teespring stores. There's great stuff over there that'll help you from getting the COVID, we're told. We can't promise you that, but Dr. Fauci says it's a good idea.
Indeed.
Jack, thank you guys for the donations. I almost forgot to do that. And I've only done that like twice in my YouTube career, and I feel bad every time I do it because I really am very thankful for everything you guys donate. You guys are amazing, and I love you for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, Jack, anything you'd like to shill?
Well, thank you for the donations, and thanks to everybody that went over and subscribed to my Roll for Sanity channel. I'm at 903, so
damn,
I'm inching closer to the requisite number for monetization, and then I can do like premieres and live streams over there and like live unboxings. So I want to thank everybody for doing that. I really appreciate it. You guys are amazing.
Let's see. Tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern time, right here, we're going to be doing some Lords of the Night. After that, me and Satsu will be over on the channel 2 Cents Plus, the number 2 CENTS PLUS for some 7 Days to Die fun. And then we'll do a Monkey in the Morning, I'm supposing somewhere around there, or I'll go to sleep and we'll do it in the morning. Watch Twitter, guys. I don't know how many times I can tell people that. Either way, links for everything we've talked about are in the description. Check them out. Thank you guys for coming and joining us. Jack, a pleasure as always.
Always a good time.
Everyone, have a good night. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Don't say Vol.